Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you another collecting tip. Collecting tip number 19 called Sniping. Now, most people know what sniping is, but really quickly, I'm just going to define it. Sniping is when you place a bid on an auction right before the auction ends. And this might be seen as rude by other people, but really it's common practice and it makes sense for two good reasons. One, it doesn't drive up the cost of the items prematurely, and two, it really just doesn't notify other people about you placing a bid. So when you bid in the last seconds of an auction, then the other people usually aren't notified in time to sign on and to place their own bids. So I'm going to talk about 3 cases for sniping. 1 on eBay, 2 in forums, and 3 in the real world. So the first case on eBay, this is a Zelda Minish Cap guide. And this one, I actually sat there, saw when the auction was ending, and there was 0 bids on it, and I bid in the very last seconds. I got it for $9. So that one, I was in person on the computer doing it. But there are also some websites that can help you with sniping. And there's a link below to a website, so you can click that down there. This is a Ocean Blue Hori mini pad, and I believe the way I won this one a few years ago was through this site below. So what you do with the site below is you sign on to it. It's absolutely free with your eBay name and your eBay password. Then you need the specific item description number, and that way the item number, I guess it's called. If you go on eBay, you have the name and then the little pictures right here of the item. Below that it says description. Immediately below that, all the way on the right side, it should say item number and have the item. So that's all you need, and then you need to enter what your automatic bid will be at the very last seconds. So definitely feel free to use that. That's how I got this one. It's a great resource, especially if you're going to be asleep for some of the auctions. Next, I'm going to talk about on forums. So these two are Super Mario Bros. Movie figures, and I do have a video about that, so feel free to click the link that I'll put right here. But these two guys were from the movie, and they were from a forum where I bought them. So he said on the forum that this auction is going to end at a certain time, and I've seen some other people on forums snipe, and it's, angered a few other people, but really, it was just smart. Why would you raise the auction? Why wouldn't you bid at the last second? So I would get into this practice, I would get used to it. Many people do it. It's common. You'll save money in the long run. It's a good idea, even on forums. And the last thing I want to talk about is in the real world. Most people know what this controller is. This is the DK64 Banana Peel controller, and I used to have 2 of these. Bottom looks like a banana peel. Looks pretty awesome. I had one already, but I was at a flea market, and a man had them for, I think, $40 he had one. And I went up to him and I just asked him, $40 is a little high, and he said, yeah, that's my price. But I walked around for the rest of the day, and at the end of the day, I came back. Sometimes at the end of the day, in real person, like at garage sales or flea markets, sometimes retro shops as well, they want to make a sale for the day. So if you offer them a reasonable price, I offered him $30, and he said yes, because he wanted to make the sale and make some cash. So that's a great way to snipe, I would call it sniping, at the end of the day, to pick up another item at a great price. So the 3 cases of sniping on eBay, sniping on forums, and in the real world, definitely consider those. Thank you guys for watching. That's collecting tip number 19, and feel free to subscribe.